Kellyanne, in your opinion, what happens if someone never optimizes their cash flow and just lets money pass through traditional accounts, going full circle back to the beginning?
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity, potentially, if they're looking to get something more out of what they own and the money that they have.
The opportunities specifically being the
ability to get out of debt faster, if that's what they want to do. The ability to have, as she mentioned, I had previously had a HELOC. And so the HELOC did for us what we wanted it to do, but in such a less flexible way. So you can utilize the both, right? Like pay down your mortgage faster. And then you also have this access to your equity that you can use without needing to go through hoops and hurdles and more fees and closing costs of other lenders, for essentially the same idea, right? Like we used our HELOC to purchase something. We're going to use capital from our, equity out of our all-in-one to renovate our basement, which then I was already like thinking down the road. Cause then I'm like, okay, well, what if we pay our balance off? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Then what? Well, if we look at our next all-in-one,
you don't need it next. It's 30 years.
Well, and that's the nice thing.
At the end of 30 years, if you actually...
Or if we ever wanted to refinance, now we've used that money.
Right.
That's ours.
Right.
Anyway, the equity in our home to improve our home, which is now going to price for higher. Right. We just kind of got free money.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the whiskey talking.
Well, I guess you have to be really careful whenever you say free anything.
I know, right? I don't believe in anything
you are
free,
paying for it, just in a better way, a more efficient way.
Yeah, or
a more efficient way that's ultimately putting you in a best position, which is the whole thing. How do you manage your wealth in the way that makes you the wealthiest?
Yes.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's what we're all talking about. Mm-hmm. How do you decide to manage what you have in a way that makes you the wealthiest?
I don't know if I ever told you this, but I did take a finance class in high school. I went to Catholic all-girls prep school, and I don't even remember what the name of the class was, but the whole premise was it was actually a religious class. It was counted for a religion credit, and it was how to become wealthy so you can become a philanthropist and donate back, to the church, essentially. But I would love to be a philanthropist.
Right? I know that's ultimately the goal.
To have so much that I just get to decide where to give it.
So this is the world of the flywheel. There was a recent article that came out that I just loved that was about the flywheel of wealth. Income improves cash flow. Cash flow increases liquidity. Liquidity creates opportunity. Opportunity creates assets. Assets create income. The cycle accelerates. And I love that because, again, that is ultimately at the heart of that is like if you're doing nothing and paying no attention because you're just cake and circuses person who's just whatever, I don't know, I'm going to live the next 100 years of my life and then I'm going to die and whatever. Or you're actually intentionally living and you're actually intentionally.
I think there's quite a few people who are fine to kind of keep their heads in the sand and just do the path of least resistance, I will say. If they don't have to learn something new, if they don't have to spend time on something new or do things outside of the box, they will just keep.
What's the percentage?
I got that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Cool.
I forget the quote. I forget who said it. It was 5% of the people think. 10% of the people think they think. And 85% of people would rather die than think.
Oh, man, that's depressing.
That doesn't add to
Come
100,
on.
right?
So we've talked about the fact that...
That is the whiskey talking, Kellyanne.
5 plus 10 is 15. 15 plus 85, yeah.
We have talked about the fact that, honestly, for this show, who are our pioneers, who are the people who want to get on the wagon train and choose to take responsibility for their lives, I bet it a whole lot higher than just 15%. Holy cow.
It's
Buckminster
Fuller said that. Buckminster Fuller. So
I'm gonna believe in America we're a lot better than that, because I think at least 50% of people want to take charge of their wealth. I do.
50?
I hope 50. I want to hope 50.